like to talk about ethnocentrism and how to adjust ethnocentric people into new culture. So, do you remember the word ethnocentrism? Do you remember? So, even if you don't understand the word now, you will see the meaning of it clearly through our presentation. So, please listen.
And this time, we have divided our presentation into three main parts. Firstly, we'll show you the role play in order to explain the typical example of people who are ethnocentrism. And then, during the role play, we are going to discuss how to solve the problem, how to solve the difficulties when we meet people who have ethnocentric mind. And finally, we will conclude our presentation. So if you have any questions, please leave them until the end of our presentation.
Now we'd like to start the role play. Before we started, let me introduce the character. They are all exchange students, and they are discussing Japanese culture in Balcone. And Naoki is Yo. He's a Korean student. He's a Christian student from Korea, and he has a flexible way of thinking against other culture. And I'm going to play as Lucy. I'm a Canadian student, and I'm easygoing, and I have Lucy has a lot of friends in Japan. And next Kanae is Maria. Maria is an Italian student, and she tends to think her own culture is standard. And finally, she will play Cassie. Cassie is an American student, and she has a strong ethnocentric mind. she usually doesn't accept new culture. So okay, let's get started.
What's wrong with you, Kathy? Like, you look very depressed. What happened?
I know. I'm living in Japan nearly a year, but actually I can't adjust myself to new environment yet. How can I deal with it?
What kind of problem do you have? Could you explain it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't stand Japanese life. For example, usually Japanese people take a bath together. So when my Japanese friend took me a hot spring, I was surprised because Japanese people did not hesitate to take off their clothes. So I can't believe it. American people do not do such same thing in public.
Yeah, I can really understand what you mean. So in my case, I don't like the way Japanese people talk. So, they are often bowing. They don't speak directly. So, for example, when I ask my friends to hang out, they don't say yes or no directly. So, they always reply vaguely like, I don't have money, or I'm tired, or
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. And so I meet American friend of mine. I really love the people and lifestyle in America.
yeah, I miss Italian people too. So, Lucy, how about you? Do you have more experience?
Well, actually, I've lived in Japan for 3 years, but I've never had such an experience. I rather think it's interesting to compare cultural difference. So you shouldn't you should not think your own culture is best of all.
Yeah, that's right, Lucy. I agree with you. I think you are okay, but like you guys, Lucy and Cassie, you are kind of typical. I'm sorry. Like, and can see like a kind of typical of ethnocentrism. Okay, I explain it. Like, if people has a kind of ethnocentric mind, like people tend to think like their own culture is the best, and actually they really love their own culture and respect it. And like, people tend to love and respect their culture, and like, people usually use their own culture to judge other culture. So like, they usually think their own culture is the best. And people like Lucy is okay because she can accept other culture or other like, customs. So she's fine now. However, like Maria and Cassie, you are kind of, I think you guys have a kind of ethnocentric mind way of thinking. And I guess you guys take a lot of time to adjust yourselves to new culture or countries.
Oh, really? Japanese people also have such a feeling when they visit to other countries.
Oh, my Japanese friend said that Americans hold their opinion too directly, and she sometimes gets irritated. But she believes this is one of the cultural characteristics of America, and I agree with you indeed.
Okay, I think your point is if you can understand like other culture, maybe it takes much shorter. I mean, it takes earlier than the people who have the ethnocentric mind.
So, how can we get along with ethnocentric people?
As you know, it takes a long time, but it is important to understand them. And we should not oppose them because it is natural that people have different ideas.
I see your point. So I might have been ethnocentric. So okay, I'm gonna try to change my mind.
As she said, actually I can understand what you guys talking about, but I still love American culture.
Okay, that's a little bit. Okay, let's move on to the conclusion. It's actually difficult and hard to understand each other if the person has a kind of ethnocentric mind. And however, like, the problem is people tend to think the ethnocentrism is a kind of bad thing. However, we think that every person can be possible to have a kind of ethnocentric way of thinking. So, and like, we shouldn't decide whether people is kind of ethnocentrism or not. Like, depends on where the people from. Like, sometimes people decide he is an ethnocentrist because he's from this country. That's it's a kind of prejudice for us. So we should refrain from doing like that. And also, so when you go abroad, like, you need to adjust yourselves to new culture or country. That always happens. And if you have this kind of mind, it takes a long time. So like, you may be asked to change your style or custom in order to get along with each other. So if you have a chance to go abroad, we will recommend you to think about this point. Everyone can be associated. That's our conclusion.
Do you have any questions? Thank you for your listening.